Well, hello and welcome to DIY Aquariums and Fish Keeping channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about at least 11 questions you should ask before you go out and buy that new fish for your aquarium. Buying new fish for your aquarium is exciting. Whether you're new to the hobby or a seasoned veteran looking for something new and interesting to add to your aquarium. Going to your fish store is just plain fun. There are so many fish to choose from. You might have trouble deciding what to buy and you could find yourself wanting them all. Boy, I have this issue every time I go to the fish store. I just want to bring them all home. But before making any livestock purchase, there are some important questions you should ask to make sure you're making the right decisions for yourself and the fish. Here are some of the questions you should ask. Question 1. How big will the fish get? Many of the pet fish species you see in the stores aren't fully grown. Some may only get a little bigger while others may double, triple, or even more in size. Always make sure the fish you intend to buy will fit comfortably in your aquarium when they reach adult size. In other words, you want to make sure that your aquarium is going to be big enough for the fish that you want at its full grown length. Question number 2. What does the pet fish eat? While most tropical fish do just fine on a diet of flake, pellet, or frozen foods, some species are specialized feeders that may require live food or customized feeding methods. Some pet fish may grow up to eat the rest of the fish in your tank, while others may be herbivores that will decimate a beautifully planted aquarium. Before purchasing any new fish, make sure you have the means and dedication to properly feed it and that it won't devour the rest of your aquarium inhabitants or plants. Question number 3. Is the fish species peaceful or aggressive? If you have peaceful fish, you don't want an aggressive fish that spends his day chasing everyone else around, stressing them. On the other hand, if you have a rambunctious fish, you wouldn't want to add a shy fish that will constantly be harassed and running for its life. While some fish may not kill their tank mates outright, being chased, nipped at, and kept from feeding will eventually take its toll on the victim, resulting in increased susceptibility to disease or even death. Question number 4. Is the fish territorial? There's a difference between being aggressive and being territorial, although some fish can be both. Territorial fish will often tolerate other tank inhabitants as long as they have enough space and structure to define their territorial boundaries. They may chase other fish away if they come too close, but they will otherwise leave them alone. Territorial fish often do not tolerate other members of their species, so it's best to just buy one. For example, as you see in my 60-gallon community tank, I got rocks and caves built up for the fish so they can have their own space and places to hide. Question 5. Will it get along with my fish? Keep a list of all the fish you have in your aquarium. If you've forgotten or aren't sure of what kind of fish you have, just use your phone and take pictures. Most people nowadays have smartphones that have cameras, so you can just take a picture with your phone and take it right into your local pet store and show them what kind of fish you got, and make sure the fish that you want is going to be compatible with them. Question 6. Does it need special water parameters or temperature? While most tropical fish sold today are raised in captivity and tolerate a certain range of water chemistry parameters, some are still collected in the wild and may need a specific water chemistry or temperature to thrive. Always research the type of fish you intend to buy or ask if they need special conditions. Question 7. How many fish should I buy? Some fish are solitary, and as adults they do not tolerate others of their own kind or closely related species like betta fish, certain gouramis, redtails, and rainbow sharks. Some cichlids are good examples. Schooling fish like tetras, barbs, and danios, on the other hand, do best in groups of 6 or more, and may hide or become stressed if kept individually or in smaller groups. Live-bearing fish like guppies, mollies, platies, and swordtails do best in a ratio of 2 females to 1 male, as the males tend to be relentless in their efforts to mate. Question number 8. How long do pet fish live? Small fish like tetras, barbs, and danios should live at least 5 years, if not longer, while medium-sized fish such as angels and goldfish often live to 10 to 15 years. Larger cichlids, clown loaches, and many plecostomus and catfish species can live 20 years or more, while koi are known to live even longer. Plan accordingly. Question number 9. How long has the fish been in the store? Never buy a fish that just arrived in the store. Like, if you know they just got a shipment to that day that you're getting your fish, don't buy that fish. Because you want to make sure that they're in there long enough and they don't have no diseases from shipment or aren't stressed from shipment. Never buy a fish that has just arrived in store, which we just covered that. Shipping stress in fish temporarily lowers its resistance and increases its accessibility to disease. Move it again without giving it a few days to stabilize will only compound the problem. This is especially true of wild-caught or delicate species. Question number 10. What part of the aquarium will it occupy? Many fish spend their time at specific levels in the aquarium column, and it's important both visually and in terms of compatibility to have equal proportions of surface, midwater, and bottom dwellers. Crowding fish in any layer may result in conflict and stress to some of them. As you see in my tank is a perfect example. Most of my fish, for the most part, are mid-level, but you see I got the gourami, he stays up high. I got a couple catfish that they'll stay on the bottom, but usually in the rocks. My angels, they're kind of like all over the tank for the most part. And so are my dojo loaches that I got in there. And last but not least, question number 11. What type of habitats does it need? In nature, fish occupy specific habitats such as open water, plant beds, rock structures, or fallen trees. Always research fish before you purchase them and make sure you have the proper habitat in your fish tank. Asking these key questions and making sure you have the right conditions for the fish before purchasing them will ensure that they live long and happy lives and result in many years of enjoyment with your aquarium. Yeah, you definitely got to make sure that your fish are all compatible with each other. Make sure you're keeping your water parameters and temperature to what those fish like. This 60-gallon tank right now that you guys are looking at is set up as a community tank. For the most part, all my fish get along. Every now and again you might see some chasing around, but there's always places for the fish being chased to escape and hide if it feels like it's being chased by another fish. That's why I built all the rock caves in here. Don't mind my parakeets in the background. They like to talk too. Now that you have some questions to ask yourself or store stuff at your local fish store, if you feel the fish you want meets those questions, then you're ready to buy that new fish and enjoy it in your aquarium with you and your family. Also, if you find our videos informative, click the subscribe button. And remember to ring that bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you for viewing our video today and have an awesome day.